Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcomes you to my series Iconological and Temple Architecture Perspectives. We are visiting multiple sites, many sites. We are going there, we are seeing in more detail. We are photographing them, videographing them, of course with the permission of ASI department, and then analyzing them to come to a different conclusion by which we can learn the architecture, we can learn the iconology in more details. So today's topic is Upper and Lower Shivalaya, that also of the Badami. Now where is Badami? It is in Bagalkot district, Karnataka, and is famous for the cave temples. There are 4 caves, yes, they are very good. We have got different videos for caves, Bhutanatha temple, Badami museum, but there is also a Badami fort. Now we have got different video for Badami fort and the Shivalayas there, that is called as Upper and Lower Shivalayas because of their location at the lower height and upper height. We are going to see them, we are going to analyze them, and we are going to find in which style they are developed and what is their speciality. But before that, I should thank for many people who has helped me. There are guide, there are my friends who has guided me, who has given me a good idea about temple architecture, iconology. So also there are different people with whom I had discussed when going to the site and they gave me the information. I am thankful to all of them. With that, let us start with Upper and Lower Shivalaya. The Upper Shivalaya belongs to the intermediate stage of temple construction. The earlier construction was cave temple. Then came the structural. Who did that? Chalukyas. Now, which are the stages in between? We are seeing in these different lectures. Earlier, we have seen caves, then we have seen structural, then we have seen how they change in a structural, and in our lecture, we have seen how many styles in which they developed, how the Dravidian style, Nagara styles were combined, and here also we will find same experience. Now, the Upper Shivalaya belongs to intermediate stage. Okay. That means from cave temple to the structural temples. It has well-heighted ground floor, then highly low-heighted, means disproportionately first floor, indicating of the cupola. What does it indicate? Is the Nagara dominance. Again here there is combination of both in Upper Shivalaya, but Lower Shivalaya we are going to see dominating Dravidian pattern. A Lower Shivalaya has got shape of superstructure. The cupola is octagonal, indicating it is a Dravidian type, or dominance is by the Dravidians. Both styles are good, but they have developed many styles by combination of multiple variety of styles. Every temple they want to make it better than earlier as far as aesthetic sense are concerned, structure is concerned, and sizes are concerned. Now let's see first the Lower Shivalaya. Only the toward centenary of the temple exists today. Its lower wall has been dismantled. The temple's doorway framed by bands of lotus ornaments. So it is well decorated by lotus, and an unusual elliptical pedestal is seen. Now what does it indicate? It indicates the further structure is empty. The sanctuary was originally surrounded by a passage on 3 sides, possibly with a mandapam extension to the east, which can be predicted by observing the broken roof slabs set into the walls and the stumps of the beams with the phrases of ganads. The outer wall have flat pedestal, but there are no signals or no signs of projection or the sculpture niche. It is framed by corner model elements topped by kutas roof containing miniature nidhis. So these are the type in which they are attached to each other. This is a beginning of the fort. We can see in this video, this way is next to the museum. You can take the steps, you can cross the gate, and then you can start the up steps for towards another video describing the way to the temple. Now this view actually is taken from across. That is, this is the in front area of the cave number 4, that is Jain cave. From here right across the Agastya you can see the temples. This is the upper Shivalaya. Lower Shivalaya is somewhere here, but it is seen only through the binocular. It is not seen with eyes. This is the effect simulated. It is not at realistic, but how it should look in the morning and how it should look in the evening. This is lower Shivalaya, to mind you. We are seeing a lower Shivalaya details. This area is in front of the lower Shivalaya. We can see Badami town and a view of the valley mountains and also more details. Now this is a view of town and all 4 caves from the lower Shivalaya. These are all videos which will give you 3-dimensional views how the surrounding area are as far as lower Shivalaya is concerned. We are going to see it also by going high up, how is the upper Shivalaya. These are the ways which takes you to the lower Shivalayas. Absolutely enjoyable. Gigantic stones. We are seeing this lower Shivalaya from distance. We are going to approach it slowly, but we start seeing it right from beginning. Look at the type of stone, big giant stones, all red color, no cracks in between, just a space in between big stones from where the pedestrian way goes. Absolutely a nice area to trek. Lot of security, lot of gates are there. There are 2-3 gates through which you have to pass. Now the security will check you. They will see that you will not make any violation of rules which they are laid down by ASI. Now each and every door is decorated. It's true that you are going into the fort, but in spite of that, they have decorated. The checks are for your camera. You have to take permission, then only they will allow you. You have to take it from Dharwad Circle for the videography or photography permission, but the stands are not allowed. All around big stones and in between space shows greenery. Now left way goes to the lower Shivalaya and right goes to the upper Shivalaya. ASIS warnings, then they give you information about the historical aspects of it, then also information regarding the architectural details also they give you. Now this is a video which will show you all around the lower Shivalaya temple, how the mountains are, how the Badami town is. Now from here you are seeing upper Shivalaya. This is upper Shivalaya which you are seeing from the lower Shivalaya. Same will be seen from across also, from cave number 4 which we have seen before. Now this is we are going towards hilltop. This is the area in front of the temple. This is across. This is a part of lower Shivalaya. Upper Shivalaya we are seeing in more close-ups. We are going to go there. Once we complete the lower Shivalaya, we are going to walk over to the upper Shivalaya and we are going to see its details. Our main aim is to study the temple architecture and if there are any carvings, the iconographic details of it. Beautiful road, you can walk the steps and you will not feel any exertion. It is so nice way to climb the steps, a good trek. Though there is not much greenery, that is because of the rocky area, whatever trees are there, they really give you a soothing effect. Take a rest for some time below the tree. Enjoy the nature. Enjoy the silence. Enjoy the peace. And start imagining what should have been here around 800 years, 1000 years or 1200 years before. At that time, how this would have been here. Soldiers are marching, then they are guarding the fort. But in spite of all that thing, they have worshipped also. And they have not only worshipped Shiva, there are temples about Vishnu, Shiva. They have also favored Buddhism, they have also favored Jainism. So everything you will find here. Now this you are seeing Upper Shivalaya. It's a video, enjoy it, have a closer look at it.
Also that hill, top of the hill, that is one more temple. That temple is called Upper Shivalaya. But that is not actually Upper Shivalaya, that is a Vaishnava temple on Chalukyas. And observe this temple, this temple is called Lower Shivalaya. But basically it is not a Lower Shivalaya, it is a Vatapi Ganesha temple. On Chalukyas it is called Vatapi Ganesha temple. And Pallavas and Chalukyas, they do very strong battle here. On that battle, Pallavas, they won the battle. After that, they took that Vatapi Ganesha and they go to Tamil Nadu, Chennai. On these days, Chennai, that Vatapi Ganesha, they stored in a Chennai museum. And there's a very beautiful top of the hill, very big.
Lower Shivalaya. There is not much difference between Lower Shivalaya and Upper Shivalaya. You can see from each side. You can see from Lower Shivalaya, Upper Shivalaya and other way. This is a cannon which is used to guard. This is the little bit some photographic corrections in it, color corrections in it. But this is a Agastya Lake and it is taken at the time of sunrise. You can see sun coming from here. It's a panoramic view and it shows you across the Agastya Lake, Upper Shivalaya. Now this is Lower Shivalaya. We are discussing it in detail. Look at the sculpture, look at the designs. See how interlocking of stone is done. There is no cement, no adhesive material. From here now, we'll go to Upper Shivalaya. After observing everything over the Lower Shivalaya, we have seen the way up to the Upper Shivalaya. Upper Shivalaya can be seen from Lower Shivalaya. Now this is the Upper Shivalaya which we are going to see in more detail. We have come up to the hilltop. We are seeing from all the sides how it looks. And now we are going to see it in more detail, how it looks is interior and otherwise. Now let's get going to the Upper Shivalaya. This we have already seen how it looks from cave number 4 of the Badami caves. That is the Jain cave temple. From there how it looks we have already seen. Now we will see little detail about the historical detail of this temple. This temple is almost of the 6th century, constructed between 600 to 625 on the highest section of northern hill. It is actually a Vaishnava temple. On the outer wall, create a rectangle containing a square sanctum, a symmetrical pradakshina side. The sanctum opens into the column mandapa on the east side. This is missing its internal columns. The walls are built on a basement with a central recessed course containing ornamental and narrative scenes. On the south face, Ramayana episodes are predicted, including the waking of the Kumbhakarna. There is a scene that at the time of war he was sleeping and they had done little efforts to wake him, and all that things are seen. Those who knows Ramayana will know it in more detail. The panel on the west side depict the birth childhood of Lord Krishna, including Krishna sucking Putana's breast. So this is the time when Lord Krishna was a child. There are no narrative scene on the north side. The central panel depicts Krishna lifting Mount Govardhana. For that we should know history of Krishna, that how he lifted the Govardhana and how they went in the shelter of Govardhana, all his friends. Now Narasimha killing his victims. All these things are depicted by sculptures. The square tower over the sanctum is crowned by a large kuta. Best presented example of this type of Dravidian style roof from early Chalukya architecture. So subsequently they adapted lot of mixtures, lot of different varieties. As immediately where it see it is at Bhutanatha temple, that is at the footsteps of this. Now this video is taken right across, means it is taken from the Jain temple. There is space in front of it, nicely thin wall, and there you can see Agastya Lake, Bhutanatha temple, then you can see the museum, the step going up, and also Shivalayas. All these things you can see from cave number 4, and here we are going to see it in more detail. Now these are all videos depicting same. The overall idea is to give you a 3-dimensional view, not only from the site but from the distances. So different videos giving you different ideas from different places. One is across, so one is from the lower Shivalaya temple, and the one is in between. Now this you can see the parts over the hilltop, the constructions over the hilltop. This is a top portion of the hilltop where we can see by videography all these details. You are seeing here the small structures constructed which were used as the store either of the grain or of the weapons, and the best use of it was made by Tipu Sultana for his armory base. So that time it was constructed as a protective fort. Lot of his either war material, weapons were all stored in this temple. Again, a different view of the same temple. Whatever we have seen in description, here we are seeing it at photograph. This is a small reservoir of water. Some people call it as the opening of a volcano, which was long time back. Could be an eminence of volcano, we don't know about it, but that's quite a possibility. With that, we are coming to end of this lecture. We have seen in detail upper and lower Shivalaya, the way to it, the part of the fort, and also certain structures which were used to store the weapons, grains, and also it was a military base, so some soldiers might be living in it. The temples are in good shape, though they are ruined partially. We can fairly get idea how they would have been at the time. I thank you for giving me your valuable time. I hope I have increased your knowledge. In case if you have already seen the temples, in case if I am missing something, do write it in comment. And if you feel that we have added into your knowledge, yes, give us a like and subscribe our channel. Thank you, goodbye, and take care.